Hey there everyone, this is Lifer. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey 4. Today we are going to begin exploration of the Misty Ravine. Gone into the Misty Ravine. Misty Ravine is a very special place in everyone's heart, because it's when the game decides it's going to take off the training wheels and start kicking your butt. Royally. So there are enemies in here that are rather difficult, and will potentially snipe off your team members regardless of how well you prepared for them. As, for example, if you run into a double link set when you're down here, it is very likely that they'll both attack the same person and somebody just ends up dying. That happens! That happens a lot. So if I use guard order, it won't happen, and it's kind of that part of the game where you really need to start using any defensive skills you can get your hands on so that you can survive the fights and then win the game without getting killed. It's a pretty good time to do that. So, in addition... Oh, hey, preemptive attack. So this is basically the definition of harmless. I'm going to go ahead and... I did not get the... Yeah, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and set up attack. I would usually set up refresh because pedaloid, but whatever. I guess we just... attack. I mean, I could use heavy slam to make this go faster, but I'm going to be using the flame rune instead. Yeah, let's headbound the guy in the back and use flame rune. And that should basically get this fight done. Headbound. 159, 135. So I don't know if I've explained this yet, but an enemy that is headbound will take more damage from magic. So by using head snipe, I can headbind something, and now that it is headbound, it takes more damage from magical sources. That is very handy later on, but I guess for now we'll just feign it and just move on. Let's make our way around, shall we? Alright, so there are a lot of dangerous enemies in here. Lynxes, rabbits, pedaloids, lots of new enemies thrown at you, and I mean, I didn't really explain the pedaloid when we ran into him, but that's because it was preemptive. The moment we get into a real fight with something, I'll tell you what they're capable of and what you can do to kind of get around what they do. Nice. There's another item here, but we didn't get it. Oh well, we'll get it eventually. So for an instance... Alright, this is a nice new enemy. The Firebulb is an interesting enemy because it is, along with the Pedaloid, it is the first enemy that has a visual... Well, it isn't the first enemy that has a visual representation of when it's doing something, but it's the first one that's dangerous, I would say. If the Firebulb expands and then explodes on you, expect a party wipe. Expect that shit. Your party's going to die. Just no questions asked. So clearly he's a threat. But if your party defends, they have a chance to live, and if your party has Fire Rune, they also have a chance to live. So there's ways around him. And his name is Firebulb for a reason, because he does fire. So you can infer what he's weak to as well. So we're gonna go ahead, attack. We're gonna start. We're gonna curse him. Oh, cursing doesn't seem like it's going... we'll curse the force here, because if he starts throwing lightning on people, that's going to help aid in killing him. I'm going to go for the head snipe, and we're going to throw an ice lance. Once you get to veteran, you're going to unlock better mage skills. They are expensive, and you can't use that many of them. So if you can, be a little bit of fortitude. For example, in this set, I have a clear just go down the column, win the game. I mean... just use Ice Lance, it makes sense. It'll save you a bit of TP and it helps a bit. So we curse the guy in the back. It's cool, lightning causes 50 damage, does 25 to the hair. Take that, hair, I hate you. And now the hair is going to be an easy kill. Alright, awesome. Now, this is also the part of the game where if you have a sniper, their scavenger is going to really help you find things. Like, extremely. Like, in the Lush Woodlands, it was almost a burden to get scavenger. In this Stratum Onward, scavenger is awesome. Just have levels in it. It helps you find stuff so that you don't ever have to revisit this place again, ever. And that's what makes, I think, snipers cool about just hanging around your team, is that, hey, I need certain items all the time, and it helps you make money, and it lets you find things without having to go back and find them later. It's awesome. These are the moths from the Moth Garden. While you're in a fight, they're going to approach your team. So we get to avoid combat with the moths. I mean, I could fight the moths, but no reason to, so let's just move on. Walk through the dense forest just momentarily. Is that singing you hear from... Yeah, okay. First, it seems to be a trick of the wind, but you listen closer and know that you're not hearing things. Could it be another party of explorers up ahead? What awaits you there? Alright, so I guess we just kind of have to figure out the source of the sound. We've already found 2 shortcuts, that's pretty neat. Let's move on south. Reach an open clearing without any trees. A woman is here with her back to you. You cannot see her face. Small firefly-like lights float silently around her. It is she who sings the song that drew you here. The tune she hums, oblivious to your presence, is wordless. You are unsure what to do now that you have found her, though addressing her is always an option. When we call for her from behind, she flinches and spins to face you. Light around her abruptly dissipate. She seems confused and, I think, in shock. We'll see why later. Find out why later. Mouth opens and closes, but she seems to be unable to find the right words to express her shock. In an attempt to break the ice, you address her, but it seems to frighten her, and she takes a step back. Suddenly, as if reacting to her movement, something darts out from the nearby brush. This unearthly form looks like a shadow from the shape of a woman. Seeing it, the girl gasps. The shadow ignores the girl and draws ever closer. You unsheathe your weapons to confront the enemy. Okay. Hollows. Alright, so hollows are a weird bunch of monsters. I believe these are actually ones you were never going to run into again. The trick to this is that both of these have different weaknesses. If I had analytics, I could show you, but I guess we don't have analytics, so I can't show you. So, if I remember right, the violet ones are easily hit by physical attacks, and these guys are easily hit by magical attacks. I mean, I'll test my meta here, but if you can get these guys leg-bound, you can hit them no matter what, so I'm pretty sure this is right. Okay, it might have been the other way around. No, these guys are just really hard to hit. I'm glad Flora isn't dead. Alright, so we've basically found out that these guys are really, really hard to hit. Have a lot of HP and are pretty annoying. Alright, so those guys are high evasive. When we fight them in the future, it's going to be a really good idea to leg bind them. I probably should have leg bound them then, but whatever, I didn't really feel like it, and that's going to get me killed someday, I know. But, I am fairly careless. After managing an unfamiliar enemy, you turn towards the young girl. She'd been struck dumb in the battle, but now that it's over, she moves hastily towards us. Ah, no, none of us are hurt. Yes, of course we're humans. What do you expect us to be? Antelopes? I don't know. Oh, well, that works out. Alright. Picture's still speaking. Huh. Yeah, weird girl. She's known as the medium in town. What are you called? We introduce. Wariness had subsided and her eyes are bright as she questions you. She seems to be opening up. But as the conversation comes to a crashing halt as a woman rushes from the south, staff in hand. Oh hey, it's Wufon from the Miasma Forest who apparently hates us and gave us a history lesson. Oh, she had faith in humanity, that's why she saved us. Why wouldn't we come here? Oh, don't be so hasty. I'm pretty sure the medium's gonna save us. She is clearly fascinated by our presence. Alright. Alright, and Vessel Town is right down this path. The medium one she gets, I will prepare a reward for you. The path is winding, so please don't stray. Alright, cool. We'll meet up in the town. Alright, so we gotta make our way to the Vessel Town and learn more about the stuff. Yes, very important discovery indeed. Maybe we should tell... we don't need to tell the Outland Count just yet. Let's make our way south, shall we? So far, so... Whoops! How did that happen? Alright, now, very interestingly, I went from down here to up here. I should probably take note of that. What I do basically when an area warps around itself is I use red paint to signify where it warps around itself. What's unique about these warps is that they will never take you to a different column or a different road depending on whether you enter them vertically or horizontally, respectively. So you can... It makes them easier to map. You don't have... I mean, some people will use memos and no, it's just a waste of memos. Just use paint. It's easy. Easy stuff. It's easy to remember where you get out because it's always in the same column that you entered from, and it's never going to be a case where you're going through basically two of the same area. No. There's never going to be two warps in one column, and there's never going to be two warps in the same row. The game is just not that mean. So it makes them a little bit easier to map, and I kind of appreciate that. Since some presence nearby, stop for a moment. You see firefly lights floating to the east. Light capers and gambles, leaving a trail of light behind it. Eventually they disappear without a sound. That must be where Wufan went. Right, cool. And we may as well go east. This is actually a straight hallway. And this is a straight area that leads straight down to about here. There's an event down here. I want you guys to notice the difference. Oh, I forgot to heal Flora. This is bad. Well, it doesn't matter too much. I'm probably going to regret this. So, none of that's really going to help. So we're going to smash the one on the right. That's going to do, I think. It's going to do it for us. Miss Frost, that's good. Use petals, that's bad. Alright, so we're down one Flora. It's okay. I mean, we have Nectar 2s, but I don't want to be using my Nectar 2s on her. Will we be fine without Flora? I kind of don't want to travel without Flora, because she's the buffer of the team and stops people from dying most of the time. But I think we'll trudge on without her, because there's not much distance left to go. Cool. It's in TP. Nice. Flora's currently out of commission, and this place was friendly enough. Maybe we'll come back here sometime. This will warp here, and it seems to be confined. The areas that they warp you through are confined. So, we're basically confined to this square area from E5 to about C3. C3 to E5 is a square that is encapsulated by these warps. Double links, double hair. Ugh, without guard order? This set is scary. Curse. Heavy. Arm. Flame? First ice coffin. Flame? I'm pretty sure this is, I think, the best I can do. That worked out. See, biting, heavy, head, fireball. Yeah, it worked out. Alright, cool. We didn't die! Hooray. Frost and Sakura to 21. Let's go ahead and tend to those levels, shall we? Flora's going to start falling behind. Unfortunate. Right now I just want to get expertise and then we'll work on re-guiding some more. yeah, we are not in a very bright spot right this second. Fireflies are now facing to the north. So basically the game is pointing us the direction they went, which is awesome. Quickly stop by down here, get this chop point. Mahogany, 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 jetpack pith, mahogany. Alright, cool. Let's unlock this shortcut. This hallway just extends forever, doesn't go anywhere. So I'll just mark it as such. There's a very interesting thing about this hallway, but I guess more on that later. Double Paloid. Without refresh? I don't think I can put him to sleep. Even try. Sleep, heavy strike, head snipe, fireball. That didn't work out. Stun, 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 did not stun. We're doomed. Ha! Alright, that helped. That pedal was really hurt. I'm going to need to find some time to assassinate those guys, but right now is not the best of times. Alright, this takes us straight to the village. Let's go in here first. Like, really, moving on without Flora is, like, really dangerous. She's half of what keeps us alive. After opening the door, we are met with tall wooden structures. You would have never guessed that viewing area from above the... So wait, here? It must be well hidden. Could this be the vessel town the medium spoke of? His arms and hands are abnormally thin. Must be a vessel himself. When astonishing speed, he reaches for the quiver on his back. Unfortunately for all, a small figure rushes to stop him. It's the girl we met in the forest. We didn't run into any difficulties, and he didn't need to worry for us. Seems unconvinced. Sees scarcely anyone else in the open roads. Could they all be in hiding? You do see from time to time all vessels. There's not another human in the whole town. The vessel glares at you coldly. Some speak to each other with hushed whispers. When you look uneasily at the medium, her eyes are downcast with shame. Your girl retrieves a bowl filled with fruit and seeds and offers it to you. And she asks us all sorts of questions. But you wonder if the intrigue act is deliberate. You interrupt to ask her if there's any other humans here. So the day she thought she was unique. I heard that the rest of humanity disappeared long ago, but it seems there are things Bufon doesn't know. Are there others like us? How many humans we say or come from? You hesitate in answering. You want to give her the truth, but not sure how she would react. The outside world is festering with impurities. Only this town's worthy of your gift. Vessel called Bufan approaches. You are not certain how long she's been listening in. No, you gave us a slight history lesson last time we met, but, yeah, we don't know much. Medium starts to protest, but Bufan pays no heed. Once it seems many humans lived at the foot of Yggdrasil and created other races to take care of it. The vessels were among these. For a time there was peace, and all lived in the blessing of Yggdrasil, but then one day, a titan as tall as the heavens came and hid Yggdrasil. Its blessings were lost, along with many lives. The humans fled in terror of the titan, but the vessels worked together to slay the monster, and thus did Yggdrasil return to the world. The vessels worship it and live it in its lands to this day. But she's not like the cowards who fled from the titan. She is the one true human with oracular powers. She alone can hear Yggdrasil's voice. Yggdrasil speaks through the medium to this day to direct the vessels. She's human, but nothing like us. Thank you for protecting her, but we cannot forgive your ancestors for turning their backs on the Titan. Here's your reward, never return from here. She gives us Flame Wall, which is just like Ice Coffin, but for fire! And much more useful. Ufan... Medium's protest against your shabby treatment can be heard even outside of town. Investigation of the Mystery Ravine has taken an unexpected turn. Regardless of the vessel's animosity, you cannot stay silent about what you have seen and heard today. Once you return to Tharsis, the Outland Count must know about this. Alright, the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to quickly explore the last section of this area. And that's kind of how you know that that is a straight line, because once you come up here, there's no connection. So we got a spot here, and we got a spot here. And we got a treasure chest. This shortcut is good for getting back to the town. So we got the Volt Hammer. Might run into one more fight. Counter-rate, please don't. Okay. Volt Hammer, good. Brandy Thread out. Return from exploring from the Mystery Ravine, your discovery of the Bevel Town is too important to keep to yourself. What they know from Yggdrasil cannot be taken lightly. You have to report your findings to the Count. As you stand in the square to contemplate your next course of action, it's good old Whirlwind. It's been a while. Yes, it's good. Rumor that you found something amazing. What did you see down there? Whirlwind, how did you know we found something amazing? I mean, what rumor could have possibly told you that we found something amazing? So, this is what baffles me. He knows that we found the city, even though nobody else knows we found this city. He says it was a rumor, but there's no way the rumor could have propagated, so... it's a little strange now, isn't it? So we'll tell him what happened. Yeah, so Whirlwind is starting to act a little bit suspicious. There's this cave I don't know if you've seen yet. It's called Moth's Garden. Yeah, we've already murdered all the plants there. Yeah, I don't need your hints. Alright, let's go buy the Run Outlier, sell some stuff, and then get out of here. We didn't get the Petaloids conditional today, but we'll try getting that tomorrow. Sell all the stuff. Go to the inn, clinic, heal, and off the episode. So, hey there everyone, this has been Maverick. As always, thank you for watching. Next time we are going to continue exploration of the Mystery Ravine and find out more about this mystery. I'm going to see you guys then.